wanted to do, first of all, is start with what might be my last slide instead of my first slide, and talk about what could be seen as the ideal situation. And from the construction industry's point of view, the ideal situation around essential skills would be to have those essential skills assessments and upgrading incorporated right into your apprenticeship training, so that it's happening early in the individual's training cycle. We can identify the problems of those people who are at risk and mitigate those issues while they're in their apprenticeship training. This is particularly important when we think about an industry that's about to have to replace several hundreds of thousands of individuals who might be retiring over the next 10 years. We've got to start to think about that investment that we need to make in apprenticeship, and therefore maximizing that through identifying essential skills issues early on. So one of the things that we've done to support this notion that we should be integrating it into apprenticeship is that we undertook a study in partnership with the Canadian Apprenticeship Forum and with Skill Plan out in BC. And we wanted to sort of take a look at the impact of doing essential skills interventions during that apprenticeship period, especially in the first year of apprenticeship. And we also wanted to, in this study, to try and make a link back to some earlier work that the Canadian Apprenticeship Forum did with respect to return on training investment, and see if we could make a link back to what happens if you do essential skills and interventions. Is there some kind of return on your training investment? So to do that, we administered the TOWS test with, at various institutions. We identified those individuals who might be at risk in their apprenticeship. We offered essential skills interventions, and then we compared the scores of those individuals who participated and those who did not in the essential skills. We did this at 6 institutions across the country, and our findings are very similar to what Conrad had said earlier. When we looked at those individuals participating in taking their apprenticeship exam, it was clear to us that those who participated in the essential skills intervention during their apprenticeship had a greater likelihood of completing their particular exam. That was sort of 98% as compared to 91%. And in the case of carpenters, because we had a sufficient sample of carpenters, we were actually able to take a look at the impact on carpenters. It was even more significant there, with 100% passing as opposed to 89%. If we looked at the final grades went up for those individuals who actually did participate in the essential skills intervention. So again, we see a comparison around 83% as a grade compared to 78%. So clearly some indication that there is some value in this.